Hello viewers, welcome again to my channel. So today in this video, I will try to highlight some of the potential hazards or dangers imposed by the mishandling of the generators that I found walking around in the streets. I found these generators, and I quite observed some ways that these generators were being malhandled. So you can see here, this is at Oshodi Market and some other streets around Lagos. So you can see in this generator, this particular hair salon, so you can see the generator was quite inside, so working, and those ladies that were sitting down there weaving the hairs, and then their customers, so all of them were inhaling the carbon that was being that was coming from the exhaust of that same generator. So this actually made my heart like I was panicking when I saw that, and I tried to talk to them without holding the camera. Their response was not very friendly. But then, so you can also see this one again. This is at Oshodi Market. You can see more than 15 to 20 generators clustered together, and all of them, in most cases, you can see 4 or 5 working generators, and in the same environment. And I don't think that is very healthy. So, and that kind of environment is also clustered with some combustive materials like leather shoes, rubber slippers, nylons, whatever they have for sale, and all of them is surrounding those the congregation of those generators. So I don't think that is very healthy. So I don't know what which authorities are taking the charge of making sure that in those marketplaces, to ensure that people are equipped with some regulations and laws that governs the use of generators to be able to avoid or avert dangers happening. You can see this generator here. It was covered with a combustive material from from vehicle tires. So it was sewn like a shield. You can see a lot of rubber materials, shoes, and then behind it you can also see generators that is working. So the situation here in this particular market at Oshodi is like a time bomb that is ticking. So I don't know if in case of any dangers or fire that might any outbreak of fire, I don't see any fire truck that is coming to this area, because there is a rail line that is blocking that area, and with the shops closer together, people movement and everything, it will be difficult for any fire truck to access this particular region. So and the generators, you can see some of them being covered with nylons that can easily make it to catch fire, and under the generator is a kind of material from the old used tires that is used to suspend it from vibrating and all those kind of things. But all of them also is like trying to assist the generator to burn if in case if there is an event of fire. So people, you can see the textile market. This is like materials that are easily to start burning because of the factory materials that was used in making these textiles is very, very combustive. So you can see the generator is standing there working, and then the traders are sitting down inhaling the carbon, and which I think is not very good, because they are inhaling the carbon dioxide that is coming from these generators, and they're taking it into their lungs. I don't know what will happen to people that is working in this situation, and they're doing business in this situation. What is going to happen to their health if they have to go for for medical checkups sometimes, because the inhalation of this carbon from generators is not very good to anybody's life. So, and it doesn't seem that the authorities are doing anything to be able to supervise or alleviate their situation, to educate them on what best to do. So this is again inside that shop that I was talking about. So you can see the generator right inside the shop. So that is it. So, and there were seated ladies that were doing that were weaving their hair. So that is the situation. So for now, I will want to go into more details by talking about how Nigeria is targeting to be the biggest supplier of electricity to some West African countries like Togo, Republic of Benin, Niger, So the need for this is that Nigeria is trying to position itself in the same quota where they belong in when you talk about the size of petrol that Nigeria gives to the international community. So that one is different because we are talking about how much petrol that is can be given for sale. But now we have to talk about electricity. It is not easy for Nigeria to sell electricity to foreign countries that is far away from West Africa. They can only sell to West African countries within our own vicinity. So, and that is it. So we can't make any business from there that is very, very lucrative. So we should focus more attention on providing electricity for consumption by our own citizens. So, like now, but if you think about it like this, that various governments in Nigeria have refused to prioritize the supply of electricity to ordinary Nigerians for domestic consumption. So because if you want to think about it, maybe okay, charity begins at home, so that is it. So the neglect for the production of at least 50% of efficient consumer electricity for Nigerians has went, I mean, it has gone overboard from time that I can always remember. In my experience growing up in the cosmopolitan and the suburb regions of Nigeria and the countryside, Lagos in particular, over the 4 decades, I have observed average Nigerians struggles to light up their lights with whatever they can lay their hands on. So things like candles, hurricane lamps of various sorts, and all because of the lack of electricity. So the most popular become the use of a generator as a result of the trade partnership with China. But we all knows how the bureaucracy in African policies, in democracy, how it goes. So as far as the improvement of on our power generation is concerned, where does our business interest and the betterment of our citizens takes a handshake? So that is something that we also have to begin to put into consideration. So by definition, a generator is a mechanical device which converts a machine energy into electrical energy. So the generator is primarily used for emergency situations such as in hospitals, touring or offshore activities, camping, when you want to use a caravan or like ice cream mobile vans. So the question now is how efficient is a power generator in the situation of long-term use? So vehicles, you must agree with me, have meters with which we can be able to measure the distance the vehicle has gone, but generator have no meter to measure how much it has run or how much is strength that is left in the engine, except by the time the generator begins to frequent to the servicing offices or department where they have to go replace one part with another, and then you know that actually this generator is beginning to wear out and is tiring out. So the question now is this: how efficient is the generator in providing clean, efficient electricity for those who depends on it? So if you ask me, I will just say zero. It doesn't work. So like if you can be able to measure by what I can be able to look into. So looking at all those kind of situations that I have outlined that are the risk that people does not even have time to observe when they try to employ a generator to put it into service. So you can imagine that you go to the shop, you buy yourself a generator. It definitely it must have, I don't know if these days if it will come with a booklet that you have to read through to be able to follow the guidelines on how to be able to use a generator to be able to make sure that it does not pose or any risk to your life. So I don't know, people are in a hurry to start up the generator to have light in the environment. So I don't know if I doubt really if people have time to be able to look into those manuals to see or read through to see what is written there. So you in Nigeria, I see a lot of people that is being handling these generators in a situation that or in ways that is not appropriate. So storing petrol right beside the generator, keeping petrols right in their bedrooms to be able to, or right in where they are not even supposed to keep them, storing the generator to be working where the exhaust is not pointed outside, and then all kind of things I saw that that is very very abnormal. So if you look through these videos, you have I have spoken about all those dangers in things I observed by how these generators were being placed. So the list goes on and on, but I just have to continue to emphasize that the need for people to stay safe, because most of the places that especially at Osho the market, it is very very inaccessible to any fire truck to be able to, in case of fire outbreak. So there's no way the fire is just going to burn the whole market down. And then there has been a lot of situations where this kind of accident happens. People who live in Itire, suburb of Lagos, will bear me witness. There was a complete a bungalow that the whole family was wiped off, that they stored the generator inside the house and they lock up their doors and windows and went to sleep. In the morning, all the people that was inside the house was all dead. So this is something that people have not learned from that kind of incident, and the government is not doing any kind of a line trying to educate the people, enlightening them on how best to handle the generator, because in the first place the government is not producing the electricity. They are just like they have given up on the efficient production of electricity. So for people to be able to manage their life, the generator have worked and worked and got exhausted. Now you are looking at some, this is a hotel, you can see the generator is broken, is no longer working efficiently as it's supposed to. So now they begin to battle to be able to see if the generator can be brought back to life again. They are trying to repair the generator, doing all kind of things to be able to patch it up. So this is something that happens, and this generator is not is supposed to be used for emergency, like few minutes, like it will work for few minutes only while the electricity comes back, because it is a hotel, or in situation where it is in a hospital, there is an operation that is going on in the theater. So electricity fails, automatically it will switch on to the generator, and then few seconds the light will come back and the generator will stop. That is the idea for the generator. You can see all these machines that are being serviced here. Those people are also making business by repairing the generator. Every street you go is littered with broken generators. People are trying to revive them, doing all kind of things, changing the capacitors, changing the coils, changing this, changing that. All what you are looking at here are broken generators, because these generators, as proved, they have been used, they have become exhausted, they have worked beyond their limit, and then they are broken because of lack of cooperation from the authorities to be able to supplement the effort of the generators.